Mood reading.
This is
mood
prime
reading.
mood reading weather.
Mood. What are we in the mood for? I don't know. It's officially my weekend and it is prime mood reading weather. Last few weeks I have been reading new releases that happen to all be pretty dark and dramatic. I've read Manacled for the first time. That was depressing. Then I went down a whole rabbit hole with Dramoni fiction. Like, it was so good, but I just need a little break. So I just want to mood read all week. I just want to pick up what feels good. If it doesn't feel good, put it back down. So to kick things off, I started this morning already. I've been seeing everyone talking about Out of the Woods by Hannan Bonnam, and I really wanted to read one of her books. I'm new to her, haven't read any of her stuff before, and I had seen a lot of people rave about Out on a Limb. And I was like, well, so I started listening to that this morning. I'm already 20% in and I'm loving it so far. I'm just gonna carry on with that. I also have the ebook. So we have all of the options. Might even get into bed. Honestly, it's just one of those days. I'm gonna go make a tea, probably crawl into bed and keep listening to this book. Ex-boyfriend can get lost. Is really good at writing very funny dialogue so far. I'm only 20% in and it's been very funny. If you know nothing about this book, we're following Win and Bo, who kind of meet up at a party and they hook up and they find out they're pregnant. That's all within like the first 4 chapters. That's the premise of the book. It's a pregnancy romance. Pregnancy trope romance. And so we're not giving anything away there, but essentially I'm going to read a quote. So if you don't want to hear a quote, skip ahead. She's just told him, and then she's telling him with her friend. And she says, whatever if he wants to be in the delivery room? He'll see everything. And then her friend says, Bo seeing everything is how you got into this situation. And then she retorts, there is a difference between a handsome stranger in a dimmed bedroom after a few drinks and one in a hospital room standing between my stirrup-parted legs looking into the eye of the storm. Too right you are. Okay, I'm done. It's the next day. It's been 24 hours and I blitzed. I literally went to bed reading. I think I was at like 60%. Read for hours. Could not put it down. It was so good. And now I'm done. And it is official. My first non-Hermione 5-star of the year. Yes, finally. Yeah, look, I loved so many parts of this book. I loved Bo, first of all. I loved them together. I loved their dynamic. I loved her. I just thought she was beautifully written, and I just truly loved the insights we got from her about her disability. So I don't even know if I mentioned this. That's kind of the inside joke that they made at a party because they're both dressed as pirates, I think. She has a hook because her hand is underdeveloped from birth, and he has a peg leg because he has one leg. And so getting the behind the scenes of that was really cool, and just like the vividness of the descriptions. It's like little things that you don't even realize are ableist when you're looking or when you're reading, like the way she picks up a bottle or the way she just like all these little details about her life. And I just loved it so much. I loved having the chance to be in her head, to experience living the world that way, and just also taking it away from that, just the truly beautiful insights that she brought. I wrote I wrote a quote down. Hold on. Something about, it was almost like a flashback style thing of like how as a child she like would, or I think as a kid would like hide her hand to hide the flaw. And I think the author did such a beautiful job because she then brought that out. Leaving like, don't hide your, like, oh, I have to get the quote because I was listening to the audiobook, that's why I wrote a note. But anyway, not only talking to the disability, but also just like generally talking about how we as humans are trained to hide our flaws, as women maybe as well. I loved it. I loved it so much. It was such a good time, and it was really quick, which is also just like I think what I really needed. It felt really fast paced, but I had to remind myself that I've been reading fan fiction books recently and they are not normal length. So I just have to factor that in. So it was really well paced. It was quick. It was nice and quick. Anyway, that one's done. I really don't know what I'm gonna get into next. Oh, hold on. One that I have been debating getting into, but I'm like not sure if I'm ready for the emotional toll of it, is I've wanted to read Fredrik Backman. I wanted to read his stuff because everyone loves him and it seems like the kind of stuff that I would like. And I was so excited. I was at the thrift store the other day and I found the first two in paperback. Why there wasn't the third? That is a sin to me. If you see a series in a bookstore, I feel like it should be a sin to not buy all three. Also, I have to rant about this. Okay, so this is the first book, Beartown. Do you see the size of the words there? Yeah, great, cool, normal size. I have such an issue with books in the UK. This is the second book. Like, they are completely different sizes. Like, what? I can't read that. The Legendborn one, I bought, literally, I'm gonna have to like read it on Kindle because I physically cannot read that. Look how small that is. Like, this is another book that's on my TBR that I kind of want to mood read. I might start this one, see how that goes, and based on vibes, I'll keep you appraised. I take it back. It is so beautiful outside. I'm gonna go lay in the sun and we're gonna read the actual physical book. I haven't done this in so long. It's so lovely. Okay, so my first impressions are, this is so beautifully written. I'm going to read a quote describing the town. Beartown. Beartown isn't close to anything. Even on a map, the place looks unnatural. As if a drunk giant tried to piss his name in the snow, some might say. As if nature and man were fighting a tug-of-war for space. Either way, the town is losing. It has been a long time since it won at anything. Ooh, it's just like already painting such a vivid picture. I'm keen. Scandi translations are just chef's kiss. I don't know what it is about the translation, but it always just, it's beautiful. It's just beautiful to listen to. I don't know, maybe just the way that they structure their language and then it gets translated for whatever reason. Loves it. We are following so many characters to the point that I was like having trouble keeping up with the names, but I think now I've kind of got a handle on it. I'm about 20% in, and now that I've kind of got that, I'm like, ooh. But yeah, premise of the story is we kick off and the first chapter is literally like someone else. And so we're kind of almost like murder mysterying it, kind of trying to figure out what happened and who did it. So, but during that we get like all of the politics and like the town, the hardship, like what, I guess it's all gonna, be the reason. It's good so far, honestly. I can see why everyone raves about this. Okay, So yesterday I, on my walk, was reading Beartown, and I am loving this book, but I definitely noticed myself switching off because it is quite heavy. It's a lot of characters and it's a lot of detail, and it's just really heavy. I am loving it, but the whole point of this week is to just be mood reading, just like go where the vibes take me, and the vibes were just not vibing, and so I was like, you know what, cool, we're gonna switch it up. All good. So I put that away and I was like, what else can I listen? I'm like on my walk, and so I'm just like, what can I listen to that is like I just wanted funny and light and just like a good time, you know? And I just randomly remembered that I have seen so many people like clips of them laughing out loud to Lights Out. And I've heard some really funny quotes from it, and I was like, you know what? I loved Butcher and Blackbird, which is what a lot of people have compared it to. And I was like, that is a vibe, honestly. Could definitely get down with that. But when I opened it up and I saw like the description of it, I was like, oh yeah, don't know if that is for me. It's a stalker romance, which just those words don't go together. I just have to. It doesn't compute, you know. And I was like, you know what? No, we're gonna give it a chance, and I'm gonna preload this. This is a dark romance. As you can see, I'm up to chapter 12 already. It's going well. Anyway, we're following Josh and Ali. Josh is stalking Ali. He is like this super tech nerd. He's living a double life as this masked man. And then she is not innocent. Oh God, there is no right way to talk about this. She is not innocent in that, not that she deserved it. Let's be clear. She is not innocent in her own online behavior. She's essentially got a mask kink and has been following a guy in a mask online. And so he realizes that she has been watching his masked man videos, and he's trying to figure out if she would actually be into it, essentially. Which when you say it out loud, you know? But my absolute highlight of this book is the internal dialogue is like so funny. Like they essentially are doing all these stupid things. Like both of them are being a bit stupid. And then they'll say something like, okay, that's hot, but that's crazy. Like truly insane. But and you're just sitting there being like, yes, it is. So you know what? I'm with everybody. It's a great time. I'm just giggling at them and their inner dialogue. So I've been working today and listening bits here and there when I've had like admin-y stuff. I'm nearing the end of the workday, so I'm going to take Maya for a walk, and I will keep listening at the park and attempt to keep a straight face on while I walk my dog, very innocently listening to filth, essentially. It's morning. It's a work day for me today. So that's why I'm sitting at my computer. I want to give a little update because I hit a snag yesterday. Essentially, this book got so dang good. And yes, I listened to it at the park. Zero shame. Had such a good time. Spotify did me dirty. I love Spotify, but what's with the 15-hour thing? Like, and I will pay them more to have a higher subscription. Like, let me pay them for a 30-hour subscription for audiobook hours, but there's not an option. So anyone at Spotify could just like rectify that for me. That would be great, because I was halfway through the audiobook, literally 50%, and we were in the middle of a scene. it was fitting, not gonna lie. There's some birds. Oh, what are they doing? Oh, it's springtime, people. They understood what I was talking about. I was listening to this book, got cut off, and now I'm at the point where I'm halfway through this book. So I've only got like 6 hours to go or something, 7 hours to go. And I'm like, is it worth buying? Should I buy this like thing and read it? And yes, I'm reading Germany, please don't judge me. You know, like, so I don't know. But if I have work to do today, so I will be able to like partially listen. That is my dilemma. I'm probably going to cave and just buy it. And I will be actually today, so my partner and I are going on a holiday really soon. We're taking our car and we're going to do some like rooftop tent camping down through France, which I'm very excited for. But we have built this like little camp kitchen thing in the back of our car and I need to paint it. That's my job. That's my contribution, is painting. So I will probably be doing that for a few hours today. And so it just feels fitting that I should get the audiobook so that I have something to keep me entertained. Yeah, I just sold myself on it. Okay, I'm getting the book. Anyway, the actual book, these characters are not what I was expecting. You hear stalker romance and you're immediately thinking of like, my mind immediately goes to like, creepy guy standing behind a fence. That's what my mind thinks of. But no, this is not the case. It's consensual stalking, consensual, non-consensual stalking. I don't know. Can we call it that? It's just gotten interesting. It got up to a part where I was like, ooh, I thought it was going to be just like kind of fun and low stakes, not much happening. But now something has been introduced where I'm like, ooh, this could create a bit of a plot twist. Like, I didn't really see that coming. So I'm hoping that plays out a little more because, yeah, if so, this book has like pretty good legs to stand on for. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Like, it's really well done. I'm gonna get into work and let's keep listening to Lights Out. God, the more and more I listen to this, the more it's just like not what I was expecting. I'm really impressed. Can confirm. Great time. Also, there's a trigger warning at the beginning that says accidental cannibalism, and I just heard what that was. That's concerning. Yeah, so that was fun. Let's paint. Okay, this book officially gets so many bonus points because it just referenced Gilmore Girls in the, like, millennial women writing books. Like, I am so here for it. Yes. So it's been a few days since I have been reading. After I finished the previous book, I haven't been really feeling in the mood for picking up this book. I feel like most winter-themed books I want to read in the winter. This book is the exception. What Matt Haig, I don't know how to pronounce his name, says, a brilliant and comforting read. I disagree. I hugely disagree. It is beautifully written. It is brilliant, not comforting. It needs to be read in the broad daylight as not to fall into a pit of despair because it is mega sad. So it is beautiful and sunny right now. So I am going to read a little bit while we drive and hopefully not get sick. Also, I feel like context is very important. I'm in the car because we just went bike riding. So, yeah, that's fine. So we have a bit of catching up to do. So last time we left you, we were mood reading for the week. That was weeks ago. Just hear me out. Essentially, you know how I told you that we were going on a trip and I was painting all of the cabinets so we could have it in our little thing, so we could do rooftop camping. It was going to be a vibe. Basically, it was not a vibe. Long story short, I think we're selling the tent, but we're going to keep the kitchen. The kitchen is gold. There was a little window of goodness in there where I did sit on a beach and read, and I did finish Beartown. I did read some other books also, but we're not going to talk about that. Actually, speaking of mood reading, and I'm so upset that I didn't vlog it, I read Conditions of Will. I actually think I'm going to have to do a reread and vlog it because it was so exceptional. But that's neither here nor there. That's a different conversation. This book was exceptional. The way that it's written is very different to other books that I have read. You're not like following each chapter as a different person. You're just third person jumping between different characters. And somehow it works. Like, it works really well. The first chapter, literally the whole first chapter says, it's like a little... It says, late one evening toward the end of March, a teenager picked up a double-barreled shotgun, walked into the forest, put the gun to someone else's forehead, and pulled the trigger. This is the story of how we got there. That's kind of how it starts. It's such a fascinating little cultural insight into small town and how different industries can really make or break these more remote regions. And just if you're from a big city, like, to get a perspective on that, of how small towns make ends meet from like a whole township perspective, and you know, that make sure that there's jobs there, that people can continue to live there. And it's just this whole like trickle-on effect. It's very wild when you break it down like that. And it's so very true. So I loved that part of it, being able to look really nitty-gritty at how all of the, like, just the one thing of a hockey team having success can make or break an entire town, and the ripple effects that has for those kids, the weight of that being put on a kid's shoulders to say, like, hey, not just like you need to win already as a teen to have the pressure of like trying to succeed, but then to say, like, okay, not only are you putting your career on the line, like, you need to get out of this small town and succeed, but no pressure. If you succeed, we will get funding. We'll have the ability to have better sponsorships. We'll have more industry. People will keep their jobs. Like, I'm sorry, what? Like, what a pressure to put on a little kid. I know, like, I remember being 16, being like, I am old. I was like, I have peaked. All is well. And I look back at myself and I was like, wow, things were just beginning. Like, not even just beginning. Like, I was truly a kid still, in like not a bad way. Like, it's okay to be a kid, you know? And in amongst all of that, we're unfurling kind of a mystery of how this day came to happen. And as you read, I just remember making a lot of guesses of who I thought was the person who was doing the shooting and who was the one to get shot. And I think that's the premise. I think that's what we're instructed to do. I don't think I guessed. No. I think it took me a really long time to guess. I have fallen so deeply in love with these characters. I am very excited to keep going. This was a 5-star. I think this would make a great summer read. For me, in the summer, I want to read cheesy rom-coms, but I also want to read like an intense thriller-ish psychological mystery. I want to unpack something, and that gave me all of that and so much more. So yeah, definitely check it out. That's a wrap on this mood reading vlog. Thank you for watching. As always, happy reading, and I will see you